Hey guys, you might notice that I'm in a new spot, so I have this backdrop behind me. This is actually the big room in Signature Sound Studios, which is here in San Diego. We've had a lot of the Pro Studio Live episodes there. That's how I got this backdrop, actually, because I'm a host for them. You might know that, you might not have known that. Anyway, that's not the point. I'm down here trying out a new setup, partially to try out a new setup, but also because it's really hot upstairs in my home studio, and I just wanted to take a quick break from that. So the reason why I'm here right now is I realized I need to record a quick intro for the video that you're about to watch. So basically what I did is I recently got a new laptop, and someone suggested this to me that I do an unboxing and then also show my setup process. So I figured that was a pretty good idea, you know, to show what the process is actually like to install Pro Tools, install your different plugins, go through the different authorization processes for each thing. So that's basically what this video is that you're about to watch. So I will put the different times in the description for different sections of this video, and I might split this up into a couple videos over a couple weeks because it is a lot of content here. But basically we're going to see my unboxing from my MacBook, and then we're going to see the setup process for Pro Tools, and I'll stop and talk along the way. I already filmed all this, so hopefully I kind of know what it's going to turn out like, but you never know. So that's about it. That's what you're about to see. I hope you guys find some of this useful. I hope someone finds it helpful. I know at times I've wondered what to install and what to download and what the authorization process is like for different things. So I could see this being helpful to some people. Again, you know, I am a full-time audio engineer, but I am not like super expert on Macs or installing software or any of that stuff. So if I do anything wrong, please let me know in the comments below. I love to learn when I'm doing things wrong because then I can improve things in the future. So that's about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'm going to start the video. So I have put a little piece of tape over my camera, and what else have I done? I've gotten Chrome set up, so I've installed Chrome, and I've removed all the extra programs here from my, I don't know what if this is called the toolbar or what, but I've removed those from here. And so now I'm ready to start populating these with the software that I use. So my first thing I'm going to do is install Pro Tools. So I'm going to sign into Avid here. So I don't have an HD device, so I don't need this HD driver. So I am done with this. So these are plugins, Expand, and then the Air Instruments bundle. So those are just plugins that come free with Pro Tools. So I'm going to try to install those, see if they work for this OS here and for the system that I have. This is for my 11 rack, just a bunch of effects, so that's kind of the same type of thing. And then these should be video codecs. So that's basically what I'm doing here. So I already have Pro Tools installed. And then once these are installed, we will test out Pro Tools. So this one you only install if you have an 11 rack, I believe. Let me know in the comments below if that's wrong, but that's my understanding. Okay, and now my video codecs. Hopefully this works. I've heard that video is the thing that's still not quite working with this OS combined with Pro Tools, so we will see. Okay, cool. Now the fun part, time to test it. So what I've done so far is I installed Pro Tools. So I went to avid.com, I signed into my account, I went to see my products, and I got to Pro Tools here. And I did the Pro Tools 2020 installer for Mac because I'm on a Mac and it's a pretty new Mac. And I checked compatibility, and there are just some issues with video stuff so far. But other than that, it should be pretty compatible. So I downloaded and installed this one here. And then I did not do the HD driver because that's something that if you have HD hardware, it makes sense to do. And I don't have that. So I skipped these. Let's see what else I did. I went to Pro Tools plugins here. And so I installed the Mac version of the recent Air Instruments bundle, as well as Expand 2, so the Mac version of the recent version of Expand 2. So that's all that's here is Air and then Expand. So I did those two, and then since I have an 11 rack, I installed this as well, the Mac version of the 11 rack. I skipped the demo session, and then the only other thing I did here is I installed the Mac versions of these codecs, because these are video codecs. I do want to try using video in here. I'm not sure if it's going to work because I've heard there are compatibility issues, but that's, I'm going to try it. Okay, so we installed Pro Tools. So now what I'm going to do is install the drivers and get my interface working with this system. So I'm going to open up Chrome, and I have a Universal Audio. I have an Apollo 8. Let's see, Apollo 8 UAD2 Duo. So I have an Apollo 8, so I'm going to go to their website. I'm going to log in. I'm going to look at the release notes just to make sure it's compatible. So I have Catalina, so I'm going to have to do manual steps here. So I have the Apollo and the satellite, so that's good. It's going to be compatible with this. Let's look at the Mac compatibility. Not fully tested, that's fine. We're going to do it anyway. This is all once I download it and start the install. So I'm just going to start the install here. I also set up the drivers for my Wacom tablet. So I have a visual monitor it's like a big giant monitor, and it's also a Wacom tablet, so I can draw directly onto the tablet using the special tablet pen, if you guys have seen that. So I installed the drivers for that, and then I figured out what adapter I need to get that working. But I'm not going to do that in this video because, you know, we're all about audio stuff here. So I figured I would just do that on my own. And I don't have my interface plugged in yet. I do have the adapter for it though, because it's like Thunderbolt 2 to Thunderbolt 3, I believe, is what it is. Okay, so now it's going to restart. So I'm going to stop the screen capture so I can do my restart. Okay, so I just restarted. I almost forgot to start the screen capture immediately. So what I did so far is it gave me a little pop-up and it said, you know, access is blocked. Do you want to allow access? It was the same thing as that little pop-up that was before the restart. And it said, you know, one of the buttons was open security and privacy. So I clicked on that, and then I just had to click this unlock button and use my fingerprint thing to unlock it. And then it had something right here where it said allow universal audio to access. And then you just hit the allow button. And now I'm going to lock it up. Okay, so now I just have to test it. So let's see. I'm done with that. Trying to keep things clean here. Let's see. I'm going to plug in my interface. So I have, let's see. I have my adapter. So I just plugged in my interface. The interface is on. Awesome. New firmware is required. Okay. And I do now have my satellite daisy chained to my Apollo. So I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but before I had it so that both of the Thunderbolt cables from the Apollo and from the satellite, which is the DSP accelerator, if you're not familiar with that, both the cables plug directly into my computer. And so now what I have is I have daisy chained them. So basically on the back of the Apollo, there are two Thunderbolt ports. So one is going directly to this computer and the other is going to the Thunderbolt port from the satellite. So they're just daisy chained. I did notice that my cable for my satellite is like getting kind of frayed or something. So I ordered a new one. I'm not sure if it's going to even see it right now. So here's my thought. Oh, so it looks like it is seeing the satellite. So with this one port, it's my Thunderbolt 2 to Thunderbolt 3 adapter. Then my Thunderbolt 2 cable is going to the Apollo. And then that's running to the satellite. And then other than that, I have the USB hub plugged into this computer. And then I also have the power plugged into the computer. So that's all I have currently. Once I get my adapter for my visual monitor, I'll have that plugged in as well. So I'm going to turn these off. The Apollo's off. I'm going to turn off the satellite just in case, even though it is daisy chained. Now I'm going to wait a few seconds. Super exciting. All right, so now I'm going to turn on the Apollo. And then I'm going to turn on my satellite. And let's see how it goes. Hopefully it sees it. I can start Pro Tools. I can play audio out of it. Let's see. Looks good. Let me start up Pro Tools. So I keep switching between the two computers. It's giving me trouble. But that's fine. I don't mind having to click a few extra buttons right now while I'm doing the back and forth between the two laptops. Once I get going on this one, I'll just use this one for Pro Tools. Unless it's some kind of a video project that isn't compatible, because I know video is the issue right now with compatibility in Pro Tools and this OS. That's fine. So let's see, test session. It's gonna do 48. This doesn't matter too much. I guess documents is okay. All right, so for some reason it stopped my screen capture as soon as I opened Pro Tools. It probably had to do with the audio changing. Point is, I just opened my session and now I'm going to just kind of recreate my test here for you guys. So what I'm going to do is Command Shift N. Oops, I'm not in Pro Tools. Okay, Command Shift N to make a new track. Stereo Master Fader. Command Shift N to create a mono track. And what I had to do is go set up Playback Engine and switch it from Pro Tools Aggregate to the Universal Audio Thunderbolt. So make sure you do that if you're following along. I hit OK and let it restart. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my input from my microphone. So that is line 5. I have not renamed it yet. So I picked my input here. So this is my microphone that I'm talking into right now. So again, we'll probably have some delay here, but I'm just going to hit Record Enable. And then I'm going to hit Enter to go to the beginning of the session. And I'll just start recording here. Cool. So check, check, test, test. It's all sounding good, looking good. And let me just hit play. So check, check, test, test. It's all sounding good. And I'm wearing headphones here, so I've confirmed that it is recording. My microphone, my whole signal flow for my microphone going into the interface is working, and it's also able to record and then able to play back out through my headphones. So that's great. Seems like everything is working and in order. So the only thing here is I could change this input to be named after my my preamp, so I can recognize which one I want to use. So what I'm going to do for that is, let's see, setup IO, and it's line 5 and 6. So what I'm going to do Great River. Oh, this is, let's see, that's output. So what I want to do is go to input, line 5, 6. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to name this Great River preamp. And it's going to be Great River preamp L and R, left and right. Basically just 1 and 2, right? So that looks good. Mono, mono, left, right. Perfect. So I'm going to hit OK. And now this is named after my actual input, so I can find it easily depending on if I plug into the left channel on my Great River or if I plugged into the right channel for my Great River preamp. So that's basically it. So I have installed my drivers for my Universal Audio hardware. It seems to be working. Everything seems to be syncing properly. And my satellite looks good as well. And let's see, I think that's it for this step. So my next steps are going to be to install plugins. So, because right now, let's see what I have. I might have my Universal Audio plugins. Yeah, I do. But I'm going to need to install all my other plugins, right? So my Waves plugins, my FabFilter plugins, all those. I have a whole list of what I've gotten over the years. So that's a really good thing to do, is to keep a list of your plugins, because sometimes it can be so hard to remember what you actually have. So if you have a list, when you get a new setup or you're installing a new setup, you can just go down the list and install all those plugins, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to stop this screen capture, and I'm going to take a break, and then at some point I will do a screen capture of my plugin install. Thanks. Okay, that's it. Bye. Hey guys, so I thought I'd drop in to say bye in person. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all that stuff. I am really close to being monetized as of filming this, so I might actually be monetized by now. Ooh, I'll get a few cents. Really exciting. Anyway, but I would appreciate all that stuff if you can do it, if you like my videos. And, you know, if you do want to support my channel more directly, I do have a Patreon. So it's patreon.com/CatoNoise. And my patrons do get access to additional content. So I think that's about it. I come out with new videos every Wednesday, and thank you for watching. Okay. We're going to pick up where we left off, and I'll show all the plugin install processes. You know, I think I already did an outro for this. I would appreciate it. All that stuff. I would really appreciate it. Now I'm running on and I'm talking a lot. So I'm going to stop that. The split ends. Do you want to see them? Ooh, grass. What are you guys all doing in quarantine? I'm only missing human interaction a little bit. I've left twice in the past month, I think. Yeah, twice. Once for the grocery store and once to go to the bunny shelter to pick up some bunny stuff that I needed, like hay and litter and stuff like that. And both times I got way too excited to see people, and I might have acted like a bit of a dum-dum. But that's okay. Everyone understands, right? It's quarantine. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I miss you guys. People that I see in person, I definitely miss. I miss all you internet people too, but I'm not separated from you. So there's that. Bye guys.